and welcome to the Narrowing Path, walking the spiritual walk. My name is Steve Van Eiderstein, and thank you for joining me yet again for the daily reading from James Allen's Daily Meditations. And yesterday's, let me tell you, it's a great reminder that we not only need to have this knowledge, we not only need to be able to understand these principles, but we need to practice them in our thoughts and our behaviors, right? Because there's just a lot that there's a lot that comes through our actions. Yesterday I loved the line, the children of the kingdom are known by their life. We are known by what we show others through our actions. How do we behave? What is our demeanor, right? And yesterday I had just a lot of great behaviors we need to model, a lot of great principles and characteristics. What our character must contain and our behaviors must illustrate. And it's a great reading yesterday. All of these last couple of days been absolutely fantastic. I know I say that pretty much every day, and I say this often too, and I can't express to you the significance and the gratitude that I have. Let me say that again. The significance these readings have in my life and the gratitude I have to be able to read them on a daily basis and share them too. Share them on this platform, with whoever wants to jump in and listen. I think it's a blessing that I have the opportunity to have. So I'm looking forward to today's reading, May 22nd from James Allen's Daily Meditations. And this will be fresh to you and fresh to me, meaning this will be the first time I read this right here on this podcast with y'all. So you get my genuine response, reactions, observations, and what I relate to about the reading. So here we go. James Allen's Daily Meditation for May 22nd. Find the kingdom by daily effort and patient work. The temple of the righteous is built, and its four walls are the four principles: purity, wisdom, compassion, and love. Peace is its roof, its floor is steadfastness, its entrance door is selfless duty. Wow. Its atmosphere is inspiration, and its music is the joy of the perfect. That's amazing. Love that. It cannot be shaken. And being eternal and indestructible, there is no more need to seek protection in taking thought for the things of the morrow. And the kingdom of heaven being established in the heart, the obtaining of the material necessities of life is no more considered, for having found the highest, all these things are added as effect to cause. The struggle for existence has ceased. The spiritual, mental, and material needs are daily supplied from the universal abundance. Pay the price, the unconditional abandonment of self. That first paragraph really just rang true to me. I loved that. I think that just the illustration, the picture he paints with it, right? Like the temple of the righteous, what it's comprised of. So let's get to it here. Find the kingdom by daily effort and patient work, right? Again, right out the gate with this one, we're talking about the persistence needed, right? The dedication needed, the discipline needed, because this is not just a when you feel like it type of life. This is very much a life that needs to be practiced in all ways, at all times, by yourself and in public, with others, with those you love, with those you hate. We talked about that a little bit yesterday, but the persistence, the consistency, the discipline, all need to be there. And now this first paragraph here. The temple of righteousness is built. It's not just found. I think that's a big thing. I think that's an understanding that I don't mention it often. I don't think it was mentioned often to me either, but character is built. We choose our character. Personality, that may vary. Character is built. You can't walk into good character. You can't read something and have good character. You need to build character through practice. So what he says here, the temple of righteousness is built. Our spiritual life is built and practiced, right? With daily effort and patient work. That was that first line. So the temple of righteousness is built. And its four walls are the four principles. Here we go. Here's some principles to talk about. Purity. Purity in our deeds, thoughts, and hearts. Wisdom. The wisdom that comes from getting ourselves out of the way. Compassion. That empathy, that pity for another human being. That desire to be of use and help to our fellow man. And love. A general. That love that we can feel so deeply for our fellow man, to want the best for them, right? So that is the four walls of this. These are some huge principles to practice. Purity, wisdom, compassion, and love. Purity, wisdom, compassion, and love. These are big things, right? Peace is the roof. Its floor is steadfastness. I love that too. Peace, that's what covers all, right? That's what envelops everything. That's what keeps the peace within the structure, right? It keeps the storms out. The roof keeps the storms out. So therefore, that's where the peace is. And obviously the floor. The floor is steadfastness, right? The foundation that we are built upon is steadfast. It is rock. It is solid. It is unwavering, unshakable. Its entrance door is selfless duty. Well, there we go. That's another discipline. Selfless duty in all areas of our lives. All areas of our lives. To everyone around us. That's how we build this. That's where we learn to practice these principles, the purity, the wisdom, the compassion, the love. We practice those principles through selfless duty. We learn the depths of what selflessness actually means here, right? Its atmosphere is inspiration. Because it's so much easier to be inspired when we're not working from a place of fear. When we're working from a place of love, when we're working from a place of goodness and righteousness for all humankind, not just ourselves. Inspiration comes rather quickly. It's the funny thing. I find that interesting. Inspiration comes extremely quickly when we're thinking about others. It's funny how that works, isn't it? When we're not being self-centered, selfish, and we're not only looking for our sole benefit, suddenly inspiration just can come tumbling out of you. And this the last part of this description is, I think, one of the most crucial elements of this path. The temple of righteousness is what we're referencing here. It's the music. Its music is the joy of the perfect. Right? So the sounds, the sweet melodies, the music the music is life. The way life just occurs and passes through us and goes on. And we find such joy in just living. And that's the music of life. Music is the joy of the perfect. So I'll read that whole thing one more time. I know we got plenty more to read, but the temple of righteousness is built, and its four walls are the four principles: purity, wisdom, compassion, love. Peace is its roof, its floor is steadfastness, its entrance door is selfless duty, its atmosphere is inspiration, and its music is the joy of the perfect. All right, wanted to read that all in one shot again. All right, so here's the second paragraph. It cannot be shaken. Like, its foundation is steadfastness. It cannot be shaken. And being eternal and indestructible, this is always there. This is always able to be built in every single person. See, this is the thing. This isn't, like I said, pre-existing for us to walk into. Our character and our spiritual life and our spirit is grown. It is built. It is purified. It is, what is the word? I'm trying to think of it, but it is tempered through action. Being eternal, but it will always be able to be built. I guess that's where I was going with that. Excuse me. Every individual can build this temple of righteousness within themselves. It is always there to be built and practiced and created, but we have to choose to do it. I think that's one of the most important things. We have to choose to do it. And being eternal and indestructible, there is no more need to seek protection in taking thought for the things of the morrow. So we don't need to hide in this material world. We don't need to get so caught up with our day-to-day living. What's going to happen today? In the sense of worry and manipulation and trying to extort from reality what we want. Right? Trying to squeeze from reality what we believe we need. That's a hard thing. I won't say put that one in past tense. As much as I do believe I've grown and I've built, or at least got a good start on this temple of righteousness we're talking about, this is still something I struggle with on a day-to-day basis. A lot less these days. To be fair, a lot less. But still, I'll struggle. But this is saying we do not have to anymore. And the kingdom of heaven being established in the heart, so it's within us, right? This kingdom of heaven being established in the heart. The obtaining of material necessities of life is no more considered, for having found the highest, all these things are added as effect to the cause. The struggle for existence has ceased, and the spiritual, mental, and material needs are daily supplied from the universe of abundance. So I know that was a long chunk to kind of put all in one, but what we're talking about here is when we've established this way of living, when we've established this temple of righteousness, when we've built our character, and when we walk this path faithfully and diligently and with discipline, an intention. The rest of living seems to work itself out. It seems. The rest of living seems to take in upon itself a minor role, which might seem insane, which might seem odd. It really might. But when we do that, and you have some faith and start walking this, suddenly life falls into place the way it's supposed to fall into place too. Not the way you think it should, but the way it's supposed to. Those are usually two very different things from my experience, and that's a good thing. So, because if I always got what I wanted, I'd probably be dead by now. I definitely would be, actually. But, so what we're talking about here, I'll read this again. And the kingdom of heaven being established in the heart within us, the obtaining of material necessities of life is no more considered. So we quit thinking about these material necessities, like the food, the drink, like the even money, even these things that we get so wrapped up in that we think we need, is no more considered. For having found the highest, having found the highest achievement in life, or this highest calling, highest purpose in life, all these things are added as effect to the cause. Like these will all fall in line to feed the cause of our purpose, just to help us walk this spiritual life, to have this growth and opportunity. The struggle for existence has ceased, and the spiritual, mental, and material needs are daily supplied from the universal abundance. We let the universe bring us what we need. And we trust that what we need will arrive. We will trust that what we need will be. And as metaphysical as that might sound, there's a lot of truth to it. As unbelievable as that might be, there's a lot of truth to that statement. My life in and of itself has been one example after another of that. And thank God for that. Just thank God for it. So, great reading today. And this is the final line: pay the price, the unconditional abandonment of self. So when we stop worrying about what our selfishness, self-centeredness, our self-indulging, self-preserving ego wants, we abandon self completely and subscribe to this life of spiritual living, with practicing these principles and walking this life and building this temple of righteousness. There will be a life beyond your wildest dreams. But there is a seemingly, I'm going to say it like that, a seemingly high price to pay to get to it. So, but all right, I will end that one there, because that is where the reading took us, and a just incredibly strong reading today. Absolutely loved it. I just wonder what the rest of this month's gonna bring. Excuse my yawn. Very tired today, moving, and it's always nice to come back to this. This is a very grounding moment for me to remember. So thank you all for joining me for today's reading. I look forward to tomorrow's, and hopefully y'all will go over, check us out on Facebook. You'll get the daily reading usually shared there, and any updates as well for new material maybe possibly coming up. I'm really hoping to put something out besides just the daily readings soon, after my life's calmed down a little bit, and we'll go from there. So thank you all for joining me today, and I'll hopefully be with you again tomorrow. So until next time, thanks.